Hi guys. So I'm gonna do like a random video about astrology and a few other things that we're experiencing right now. Um, Give me a minute, actually. Let me grab something. Okay, so got some information on the energies right now and what's taking place. So we'll go through that right now. We are in we're in April, May. I can't believe how fast the months are going, right? So we got a couple of things going on here. So we'll talk about a couple of things. So, and we had the full moon in Libra on the 16th, and now we have the new moon in Taurus on the 30th, and it's a partial solar eclipse. And the monthly theme for April was taking action, confidence, and leadership. And you could say, I nurture the divine hero within and choose to recognize my strength. I welcome balance and harmonious relationships into my life. Hello. So there's important astrological transits. So we have today is what's today's date? Today is the 20. What's today's date, Jade? So, okay, let's see here. Okay, so we're going to talk about a couple of different things. I'm going to explain some houses to you and some of the signs and how to deal with some of the signs and how when you're dealing. Okay, today's the 24th. Thank you. So Mercury sextiles with Newport. Look at me, Newport with Neptune today. That was funny. With Neptune today, I'm trying to cut down the smoking, and plus I'm doing a cleanse, so I have a lot of energy now. Last night, I felt like a lot of downloads, and I was getting like tapped in the head a lot. Like I was getting like really big headaches. I had to like tune off the live because it was so intense. I was getting really sharp downloads in the crown chakra, and I feel like in this month, all of the beginning of April was for us like, okay, going. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. And then the end of April, now we're coming into the 24th. So because Mercury sextiles Newport, I keep saying Newport, Neptune, Mercury, the planet of communication, Neptune being the planet of psychic abilities. And I feel like now we have Mercury sextile Jupiter on the 26th, okay? And Jupiter is all about personal expansion, and Mercury is the planet of communication. So we're going to have some changes here in the way that we do things. One of the things that I'm going to say that will come up that you will feel is feeling like you finally want to take action. You want to start doing things. Like I said, this whole month has been like preparation, sort of keeping you kind of like you felt a little bit like dark, maybe tired. Maybe some of you even felt like you were depressed. Honestly, that's what I'm hearing here. And it's this transition and this energy that's about to shift for you. It's going to be, it's a whole nother energy because we are having a lot of, Mercury is 4 times in the planets here with Pluto, Jupiter, and Neptune, and then Saturn and it's coming up with Pluto. And then we have Pluto stations retrograde. So we're going to have a Pluto in retrograde on the 29th, and then Mercury enters Gemini. So when Mercury enters Gemini, Gemini is ruled by Mercury. So that's definitely the planet of communication, and definitely it has to do with a lot of air in the mind. As Geminis are, they're in the mind a lot, but they're also very intelligent, okay, and very creative, very, 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 like when you get a Gemini who likes to talk and is like about speaking and on that wave of like the action of communication in a healthy manner, they are great communicators and they actually can teach you a lot. Okay. If you're willing to learn from someone, you know. Hello. Okay. So, we're talking about that. And then we're going to talk about, May year as well. Let's look into May year really quick. Now in May, we have a lot of interesting things happening in May as well. Okay. Well, there's a lot we could talk about there, but there's a lot happening in May as well. So for now, let's stick to April, and I'm going to talk about the transitions and give you guys some houses and let you guys know some things about the astrology and stuff like this. Okay, so I have this little chart here that I'm going to read off of so you guys can get some information on this. Okay, so so we're going to start with the houses here. So we have 12 houses, right? And what you want to do is when I look at my chart, I look at like which sign is in which house. Let's clear it in the chest, the breathing. I'm getting intense breathing, like stuck here in the chest here. What you want to do is when you have a specific sign in a specific house, you want to look at that because it'll show you, for instance, let's say you have Virgo in the first house, right? It's how you present yourself, how you see, how others see you, early environmental influences, your physical appearance, and self-awareness, and that's in the sign of the cardinal. So when you're talking about that and you're a Virgo, let's say in your first house, that's how people view you. That's how you present yourself. So when you look at a Virgo is, you know, they're cautious, they could be very frugal, but they also could be very flighty and all over the place, but they're very, very determined. And Virgos can be very serious, and they can get very cynical if they get into that mode and they stay in that Virgo mode. They get very cynical. So when dealing with someone who is a Virgo, if you are going to date a Virgo, let's say, right, I would look really into like where they're at in their lives, because if they're excuse me, not working on themselves and not healing, then you're going to have a problem with them, because Virgos tend to think they know everything, and it could become a competition with them sometimes. So you really want to be careful with that, because if you're not a person who likes to be guided and often be, you know, told, I know how to do this. Let me just take a shot of my Manuka honey here. It's going to come down any second, I promise. There we go. Manuka honey, it's the best. It's the best. So when dealing with a Virgo, if you were to date, I'm going to go through the signs, and like if you were to date them or if you were to get to know them as a friend or anything else, what to be prepared for, and make sure you know that, you know, it depends on how healed is this person. If they're not healed, then obviously you're going to see the negative traits of a person when they're not healed, no matter what sign they are. We're talking about, when I'm talking about here, is people who are in the light, people who are working on themselves, people who are healing. So that's the version I'm going to give you, and I'll give you the other version. So, you know, the first house is how you present yourself and how others see you, early environmental influences in your physical appearance. The second house is your values, feelings, self-worth, talent, heredity, and social privileges, possession, security, earning ability, money, and this is fixed. The third is mutable, and that's connecting to your immediate environment, communication, the intellect, and lower education, short journeys. So you want to look at which sign you have in these houses, and that'll tell you when dealing with that, whatever you're dealing with, that's how you're going to deal with it, like that sign does, right? So let's say you have Aries in the third house, and you're connecting to your immediate environment and communication. When you think of an Aries people are very quick. They don't remember a lot of things. They're very quick speaking, especially when they're not in that healing stage and they're not listening and communicating properly. It gets very, very, very confusing with them, okay? The fourth house is emotional, home and nurturing, especially mother. Family, roots, and foundation, supporting you in your activities, affairs at the end of the life. This is the cardinal. And I'll explain cardinal and all that stuff. And again, that's emotional home, the fourth house, right? So see what sign you have in that. So it's when you're dealing with the emotional in the home, you can learn from that sign, how do they deal with that, with emotions? How do they, you can look into that sign and get to know how and why you deal with these things in this way. Okay. The fifth, the fifth one is love affairs and romantic attachments, self-expression, creativity, art, drama, children, pleasure, and play, speculation. The sixth is work, health, change with service, willingness and devotion, improvement, self-analysis, discipline, and habits. The sixth house is, excuse me, 4, 5, 6. The seventh house is friends, partners, marriage, individuality, relationships, contracts, partnerships, lower courts, and law. Okay. The eighth house is Scorpio, Pluto, secrets, rituals, occult and power, death and regeneration, sexuality and activity, shared assets and finances, legacies and wills. The ninth house is intellectual framework for the expanded consciousness and the higher mind, distant travel, philosophy, religion, teaching, and higher education. The 10th house is career, reputation, professional achievement, moral condition, direction, life goals, prestige, and positions. And the 12th house is like-minded people and similar, excuse me, I'm sorry, the 11th house, like-minded people and similar interests to achieve ideals and hopes, joint activities, group expressions, social life, and friends. And the 12th house is karma, results of past acts, hidden supports and limits, institutions, and inner social conflicts. Now, I always talk about this, like when you look at the signs, and I always say, you come here as the sign that you're supposed to learn these lessons from. For instance, I'm a Virgo. I have Libra rising and I have a lot of Libra in my chart. I have a lot of air in my chart. So air people can tend to be in the mind. Okay. This is air. It's wind. It just blows all over sometimes. Sometimes the wind is uncontrollable. Sometimes it's powerful. Sometimes it's completely calm and peaceful. It's the wind. It's unpredictable. And that's what air signs usually are. They're unpredictable. They get very bored easily. They don't want to be stuck in one place for a long time. They can be very like flighty and very like, changing a lot, like a lot of changes. Yes. Can I help you? I'm getting like hit by spirit on the eye here, there. So with air signs, if they're not grounded, they could be all over the place. But if they are grounded, they're very wise, and their minds can actually really learn multiple different things, and they're very creative as well. Air signs, very creative. They tend to be like, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini tend to be very creative people. A lot of famous people are either Aquarius, Libras, or Geminis, a lot of them. Virgos too, because Virgos are determined. They don't stop. They just keep going. And again, so if you have a placement, let's say you're a sun, right? Sun sign is Gemini, Virgo, whatever. That's how people are viewing you. Okay. That's how people are viewing you. That's your sun. The sun is the ego. Oh, look at me. I'm the sun. I'm amazing and beautiful. Okay. But it's also your inner personal purpose, your inner driving your energy, the source of will and self-motivation, sense of confidence, strength, individuality, and creativity. Now, let's say whatever you have in your moon sign expresses your emotions, how you deal with your emotions. So look at what sign you have in your emotions and check out let's say you have Scorpio in your moon sign, and deal with it. Scorpios can be very like worried what everybody thinks about them. Oh, what's going on? Are they talking about me? Are they looking at me funny? They can be very, not trusting, okay, but they're also very deep and very, 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 very deep, to the point where they're very intelligent. They just know things that it's like sometimes they'll have useless information, but they're very knowledgeable over things. Okay, so your sun sign is your interpersonal purpose, and your moon is how you express your purpose in everyday activities. So it's through emotions, attitudes, habits, general moods, and how you adapt to your environment. Mother. I am an Aquarius in my moon sign. Okay. So I'll break down what I have in my signs and how I deal with these things. So when it comes to my emotions, I can be very cold. Like it's not that I'm cold. I care, my heart cares, but I can be very stern, and I could look like I don't give a shit. That's the point. And because Aquariuses are like that, they're very, very, very like, in their mind, they're thinking, what are you doing? What are you up to? You know, why are you here? Why are you around me? Yeah. So if you have something in your Venus, whatever sign you have in your Venus, look at that. Mine is in Leo. That's your capacity to love and your values. The sign shows your attitudes and needs in love. House shows what you value most and are attracted to: refinement, money, gained or lost. And I have Leo in my Venus. Now, Leos tend to be they love nice things. They like to be in the spotlight. They're ruled by the sun, so they're very spotlight driven. I'm a Leo. Look at me. And it's not, a lot of times it could be ego, but actually that's what drives Leos, because your ego can support you in actually becoming who you want to become. Because with the ego, you can work with that, right? That, yeah, I'm the shit. But if you're cocky and egotistical about it and you're being a dick about it, a lot of times you'll crash and burn. So you have to take a step back and kind of work with not just the ego. You know what I'm saying? Mercury. Okay. So the concrete and the conscious mind, the signs and houses show how and where you communicate and assimilate the results of your relationships, reason and logic. Virgo and Gemini are ruled by Mercury, both of the signs. A lot of times Virgo and Geminis make great couples if they're in healed positions. And if they're not, they usually always come together for a reason, because they like to communicate. They're very good at communicating, and with everything, whether it be sex, food, clothes, whatever it is, they like to communicate. And they're very into everything. So they really can do really well with the communication aspect. But if they're not healed and they're not working on themselves, a Virgo and a Gemini could go fighting for hours. They could argue for hours. It gets bad. Okay. So Mars, right? Aries. Okay. It's the baby of the sign. And this is fiery, right? Courage and ability to take action, desire, nature, and aggressive drives. Okay. And the sign shows how you go out after your values. Survival houses where concrete, this is where you concentrate this energy. Okay. House is where you concentrate this energy. So it's an Aries they're always on the go. They're the baby of the astrology, the first ones in the astrology, and they kind of just want to go, 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 go. They're very, very quick to go, 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 go. They always want to go. They're just very active, very, very active, because, it's the first one. It's I'm excited. I want to try. They're like children relearning things over and over and over again. Okay. Jupiter is the planet of expansion. Okay. Process of your realm and horizons. This house brings good luck, fortune, and this brings good luck and fortune, the house of optimism, confidence, and pride. So when Jupiter is going and you have a sign in Jupiter, in that planet, Jupiter, and right now Jupiter is conjunct with the sun, right? You talk about, that's how I'm starting to understand astrology. Jupiter is conjunct with the sun, right? Jupiter is all about expansion. The sun is all about the ego, right? Oh, look at me, I'm the sun. Jupiter's yeah, good luck. So when you put the conjunct, right? Conjunct meaning they're together side by side. When you put them together, it's it's explosive good luck, and it's actually going to give you a lot of energy to go, 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 go. Hey, Monica. So it's going to give you a lot of energy to go, 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 go. We were just talking about Geminis too. And I'll break down through the signs too as well. And, when dating people, but I want to really quickly let you guys know about this stuff. Saturn is where you learn to operate within the limitations of society, responsibility and rules, fears, obstruction, and limitations. Father, the teacher. Saturn actually is the planet that a lot of the great religions follow. Actually, they're Saturn, the Lord of the Rings. You got the movie Lord of the Rings, and it's the rings around the sun. It's Saturn is actually, they say that Jewish people went after Saturn. That's all on another, we have to do another video about that. But it is where you learn to operate within the limitations of society. So look at what sign you have under Saturn and see why, when you're operating with the rules of society, you're not comfortable with it, or you don't trust a lot, because this is about fears and obstruction and limitation. So when you feel limited, your Saturn may be placed at that moment, and you have to work with those energies. Okay. So Uranus is inner individuality and uniqueness. It's intuitive and creative, expressed as an inspiration or rebellion. It's the planet of, I don't give a fuck, I'm doing this, I can do anything, I am unique. I am special. I am abundant. I am beautiful. It's the breakthrough of society structures to become independent and original. Working with Uranus. So, like when you hear all of these signs, this is what you could work with in those aspects of your life. So, I'm giving you all the aspects. And so, you look at the things that you struggle with, and this is what you could work with. Work with the sun when you want to work with your ego and you want to get in touch with your ego. Work with Mercury when you want to deal with communication better. Work with Venus when you want to deal with love. Work with Mars when you want to do with courage and ability to take action. Work with Jupiter when you're ready for personal expansion and you want good luck and you want to feel good luck. Work with Saturn when you're afraid, when you feel like responsibility and the rules of society are breaking you down. Work with Uranus when your individuality, your uniqueness needs to be expressed, more creative, because this is the breakthroughs, breaking away from societal norms so that you can become who you truly are. Because when you get to this point, I feel like this is the steps, right? The sun, the moon, Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus. When you start getting to these steps, like right now I'm in a step of Neptune, and Neptune is right after Uranus. So working with these, like I've worked with the ego, I've worked with my emotions, I've worked with my communication, I've worked with love. I'm going to, that's coming next for me too. I've worked with the courage and the ability to take action. I've worked with the good luck, personal expansion, manifesting. I work with Saturn, where I've learned to operate with the limits of society, however, breaking free from the norms of society so that I could feel free deep down inside. And now with Uranus, I'm working with creative expression and inspiration and rebellion, because you have to kind of be a rebel to be independent and to think the way you think, right? Because everything's placed on you. The whole universe has rules and tells you, people have their own agendas and they tell you how to think on their own timeline, but you have to break free from all this. That's how you set yourself free. And then we have Neptune, okay, where this is where I feel like where I'm at right now, and I'm really working with it heavily right now, where your spiritual vision, your creative imagination, and psychic ability lead you beyond materiality. Glamour and illusion are negative, your highest idealism. So when you're getting in the planet of Neptune, realizing that it's psychic abilities, but like it gets you out of oh, this is a material world, right? And it starts getting you into okay, this is the psychic realm. This is the spirit, right? This is me connected to the universal mind. I am one with the source and I'm able to collect information. And that's why I'm psychic. That's why I'm a channeler. That's why I'm a medium. Work with the Neptune if you really want to get those psychic abilities going, okay? And then we have Pluto, the compulsive forces and unconscious nature that bring about great transformations, the ability to organize and deal with society, power. Pluto is the planet, the underground, right? It's the secrets, right? When these secrets start coming out, which is me right now with my past lives coming out, and I'm understand, oh, okay, I get it. I don't want to do what everybody else wants me to do. So therefore, there are spiritual energies, people, places, things that don't accept how I want to live. And so they're butthurt about the fact that I'm like, nah, fuck that. I'm going to do what I want to do. And you guys go do what you got to do and figure it the fuck out for yourselves because you don't support me. And so I have to move on and say love and light. I forgive you and I forgive myself if I may have harmed anybody in the process. But hey, we're all on our own journey here. And if you can't accept me for me, then you got to step away, baby. That's just the way it's got to be. So now when you're in this Pluto energy and things start to come out and you start to recognize your past lives and you start to understand not everybody's going to accept you for who you are. Not everybody's going to accept you. Everybody's not going to say, oh, when I come out here and I say, hey guys, I was following religions and this and that. And even though I respect them all, I've found my own path and I'm one with the source, and the source is guiding me to where I am at now. There's going to be people that are like, Jesus loves you. Don't say that. And I get it, because you know what? They're programmed still. And that's okay, because Jesus comes to me in my dreams all the time. If I was doing something wrong, I think he would have said that to me by now, right? But that's not how it works. It's when he who finds his own way through spiritual enlightenment instead of through books and through religion is the one who is going to become ascended. Because you have to understand something. When Jesus said the kingdom of heaven is within all of you, the kingdom of heaven is within you, it's within you. You have to find that kingdom of heaven within you. It's great, amazing to go to books and religions and to learn, right? To become your own philosopher in the process, right? So you take all this knowledge and this wisdom that was passed down, and you can discern the lies from the truth. And then you sort of take that information and you choose to use what is best for your highest good and not what you're told to use, right? You use what you feel is best for your highest good. And astrology is just a guide, right? People think that astrology came from the devil or whatever. No, it's a guide. It guides you, literally can guide you to the next steps, right? And it's not here to tell you your future, but however, it can predict things for you if you are to work with the planets, you're working with these energies. And it's not even all about astrology. I don't make it all about astrology. I'm like, I love astrology. I take a little bit of it and I take a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and a little bit of that, and a little bit of Muslim knowledge, and a little bit of Jewish knowledge, and all types of knowledge, Kabbalism and Buddhism and all of it. And I take the information that best suits me for my highest good, and I use it to the best of my ability. And if something doesn't resonate with my spirit, then I just won't mess with it. And that's it. It's just that simple. Okay? It's that simple. So when you see a sun sign, it's the core of the individual that discloses individual attitudes and needs. The sun's location expresses where you could change and grow. So you look at where the sun is in your sign at that moment, and you'll know, okay, this is where I can grow. This is where I can grow. The moon sign is your emotional life. You know that, your emotional responses. So when the moon is in your sign, maybe work with that energy. The ascendant, rising, and descendant. The ascendant is the degree on the east horizon at the moment of birth and begins the cusp of the first house. The rising is the entire sign of 30 degrees. The descendant is the sign that is setting on the west horizon at birth. So it's like, one side and the other side. Retrograde planets appear to move backwards when seen from Earth because of the different sizes and speeds of the orbits. Now, okay, so obviously Aries rules the first house, right? Aries is the first house, the ram. Okay, that's March 21st through April 15th. Taurus is the second house, and it's ruled by Venus. Okay, Aries is ruled by Mars. Taurus is the second house, and it's ruled by Venus. It's an earth sign, and it's the bull, April 20th through May 20th. Gemini is an air sign. It's in the third house, and it rules the third house. So these are the signs that rule that house. Okay, so when your sign is okay, so let me just tell you how to explain this. So your first house is in Aries, let's say, and Aries is the first one. That's how you work with it. But if you have Leo in your first house here and the first one, which is your ascendant, you're going to look at how to work with those energies, if that makes any sense. So the third house is ruled by Gemini, and you are an air sign, and you are the twins, right? But you're May 21st through June 20th, okay? The fourth house is Cancer, ruled by Cancer, and this ruled by the moon, and it's the crab, and it's June 21st through July 21st. Interesting, 21. So the fifth house is Leo, and Leo's ruled by the sun, and it's the lion, July 22nd through August 21st. The sixth house is Virgo. Virgo rules the sixth house. Mercury ruled by Mercury, and it's the Virgin, August 22nd through September 22nd. Libra is ruled by Venus, and it's in the seventh house, and it's the scales, October 22nd through September 23rd. Scorpio is the eighth house, ruled by Mars, and it's the Scorpion, November 21st, October 23rd. Wait, this might be a mistake. It's Pluto, isn't it? I think they made a mistake here. They made a mistake there. Scorpio's ruled by, hold on a second. I know Scorpio's ruled by Pluto. They made a mistake on this? Let me find out. Yeah, that's ruled by Pluto. I think they made a mistake there, buddy. I know that for a fact. Dumbasses. Sagittarius is ruled by Scorpio, and it's ruled by Pluto, okay? and it's a water sign, and it's November 21st through October 23rd. So Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, and it's the Archer, December 21st through November 22nd. Capricorn, the Goat, January 19th through December 22nd, ruled by Saturn, and Aquarius, ruled by Uranus, the water barrier, February 18th through January 20th. Okay. And then we have Pisces, the fishes, March 20th through February 19th, ruled by Neptune. And I'll tell you something here. The water barrier. When you look at ancient Egyptian and all the Romans, ancient Egyptian, they have pictures of the water barrier, which is Aquarius, the age of Aquarius. They knew from that time, the Mayans and everybody, that when the age of Aquarius, which we're in right now, that when the age of Virgo, always finding errors, hell yeah, like you can't trick me, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Virgo always finding errors. That's why if you want somebody to check on your shit, if you're like doing a paper or something, have a Virgo checking, because they're like, what the fuck is that? No, that's not right. You know, and they don't mean to do that, but it's like, that's good that we do that, right? So if you want to know about that, the water barrier, they've been knowing that the age of Aquarius, the water barrier, was going to be a significant time, which we're in that right now. This is the planet of ascension, right? I always think of the second coming of Christ when people are like, Jesus is coming back. I'm like, they think it's like literally Jesus is coming back, but it's Christ consciousness is coming back. That's how I feel. Now, everybody has their own thoughts. You know, you want to deal with religion. I kept thinking yesterday, I was like thinking, and I was channeling information in my brain, and I kept like saying like they think that Jesus is actually coming back. No, that's not that's what I was hearing. Anyway, you know, again, I was hearing that. It's not that Jesus is actually coming back. It's that I use a galactic calendar by the Mayans. Yes. It's not that he's actually coming back. It's that Christ consciousness is coming back. And what are we in right now? The age of Aquarius. And what's happening? And I'm getting tapped in the head here. And what's happening? Everybody's ascending. Everybody. Oh no, that video just got cut off. Oh shit, really? So hold on 1 second. I know that's kind of short notice, but do you think it would be, should we push it for a later time in a month? I think that would be doable. Okay, hey, that's crazy because I had a meeting, blah, 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 blah. May 7th. Oh, the 7th. Isn't that the day I'm trying to do the retreat? Yeah, it is May 7th. Can you do before that? Okay, so yeah, so that's interesting. Anyway, so like I said, they knew that the water barrier was coming in. There's pictures of it everywhere. Like you will literally see the water barrier stuff like everywhere. Okay. And in this time that the water barrier is here, and they were saying like Jesus is going to come back. It's the Christ consciousness is coming back. That's what's happening here. So that's what's happening here. So you need to be aware of that. We are going through a big transition, a big change here. And when that's happening, when we're going through this big shift, a lot of people are not understanding that. They're not understanding that when this change happens, you're going through it too. You're going to experience it, because I know, because just I was up and down the past like 3 months, bro. And then all of a sudden something happened where I just all of a sudden felt like a brand new like person. I felt really good about myself today. And like, I just started to like get on my shit. And it's because of the energy that's flowing through us right now. Okay. So there's a lot of changes happening. And in this month alone, I read something that said, when you know that all the planets are switching and they're realigning themselves, and that it's about to be a whole new life story with brand new timelines and brand new, I can't believe my whole shit just fucking, how much stuff do I have on my shit, bro? Let me take this off Disney and shit. Let me take that shit off right quick. Netflix, buy Netflix, get the fuck off my shit. Killing my shit, bro. Get out of here, Robin Hood my ass. No, that's the stocks, that stock shit. That's that stock shit. So yeah, so there's a lot going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, I'm gonna tell you guys something. Just based off the energy that I've been feeling this past few days. Today, okay, boom, I got a message, big message. So what you need to know right now, okay? Let me just record this. So what everybody needs to know right now is this. Okay. Besides all the fact that I was explaining all the astrology and just giving you some extra knowledge, I just want to talk about something different. You have to understand something right now. And I'm gonna tell you guys something. This is please take this message. I know how much shit you got on your phone, Flo. A lot. I got like 10,000 messages, a million emails, fucking 10,000 fucking DMs. Like I need like 10 assistants. Yo, check this, check. No, let me stop. I'm trying to make myself sound more important than I am. But I am. Anyway, so what I'm saying to you is this. Left hand is itchy. Money, 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 money. So the past 2, 3 months now, I gotta tell you something. Here's the funny thing about like not prayer, but manifesting. Yeah, prayer, manifesting, asking the universe, asking God for assistance, your higher self, right? And I don't say God like that as in like they're fuck God. No, that's not how I'm saying it. What I'm saying is when I say God, your definition of God, which is like your God is like either Jesus or Allah or all that stuff. That's not how I see it. Okay. That's not how I see it. So I see God as us, source with one with source. That's just how I see it. And everybody has their own opinion. Again, we're not here to judge, but I see God as like one source, creator, everything. And I'm talking about, when I say everything, I'm talking about dark, light, good, bad, evil, pure, all of it. So everybody could just get off this shit with the whole like God doesn't. No, God created everything, right? For a reason. That is how humanity ascends. Our creator created us all together for a reason so that we can ascend without all of the bad and the good. Listen, if everything was just good all the time, you wouldn't be able to ascend, right? A lot of people wouldn't be able to learn lessons. They wouldn't be able to clear their karma. They wouldn't be able to move forward. We would be stuck in this whole like, everything is perfect and everything is good. But that's not the point of being human, right? I don't feel like that. And ascension and ascending meaning doesn't mean that you're just going to float off into the sky right now as some perfect angel in the air. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about ascension, meaning like you're wanting to work on karma. You wanting you guys have made a choice. So we'll leave the astrology stuff for later because this is more channeled intuitive messages that I feel like you guys should pick up and hear from me. You really wanted to transform yourself. You really did. I believe strongly, like, when you say like earth angels, I believe strongly, like we come here as a spirit in the body, and we really have like made the decisions and said, I want to go. And I like, you notice that you're not like, you haven't, maybe you were stuck in a certain dimension. If there's levels to the shit, like they say the seventh heaven, right? Dimensions are just that. When they say the 7 levels of hell, 7 levels of heaven, those are like dimensions basically, but they're just named differently. So maybe you were stuck somewhere in the spirit realm and you're just there and you're like, I want to fix this. And so how can I fix this? And so you were given the option or the opportunity to come here and do that. And you decided to come here. Yeah, I know. And then you decided to come here and you are working on yourself in ways that other people can't understand. And that's okay, because they're still, even though they're here in a human body, doesn't mean that they started to already understand that they're here experiencing the spiritual, it's like their spirit in a body, not a body and a spirit. They're not understanding that they're connected to the all that is, some people are just really stuck there, and that's okay. We don't judge people like that. This is the point of light workers and empaths and spirit guides and all that, because we're guiding each other. We're helping each other. And I know this, and I can tell you this is really, really important. I can tell you this, and I know that information is 1,000,000% true, because first of all, these past 2-3 weeks, I've really been like upset with a couple of things, and we'll talk about like my physical, emotional, so a couple of things. And I swear to you, it took a minute, but like they helped me with that. Like I felt like stabbing in my stomach last night, and stabbing in my foot, or in my left like bone right here, my hip bone was hurting. And I tell you, it took them some time, but it's because, they have to like ask, can I do that? Or I just feel like there's laws and rules, and they have to be like, can I help her with this? Can I go help her heal that? I don't feel like they're just allowed to just because it's free will, right? It's free will. Okay. So I feel like spirit and the universe and all these universal energies and entities, or, whatever, positive or negative, they have to like sort of get like permission, almost, as in like anyone, even the negative ones that come here and they do negative stuff to people. I strongly believe, for me, like they can't just do that unless like they were like allowed to do that, which is why I tell you all the time, if there's something negative happening for you, because it's not happening to you, I want everyone to get that out of their mind. That's one of the problems that we have. The biggest problems is that we think everything's happening to us and not for us. And sometimes, if you're experiencing a really dark period and you're going through a really dark time, a really dark transition, I feel like all of these energies, when we talk about astrology, I feel like the planets could be like a person who's a Scorpio could be coming here to teach you that lesson, or a dark energy could be teaching you a lesson, because I know that I've worked with dark energies to get to where I am today. They had to show me their, whatever you want to call it, darkness, evil, whatever, I just call it dark, negative frequencies, whatever. I don't even judge shit no more, because I promise you, I used to be like, these motherfuckers. And now I'm just like, yo, homie, you don't even know, my guy. You're helping me so much. Thank you for, unconsciously making me a better person through your darkness, through the things that you've so-called put me through, which they didn't put me through it. I strongly believe that all of it was for my own highest good. And that's where I'm at today, right now, in this moment, is that everything that is happening for your highest good, whether you want to believe it or not, and whether it feels like sometimes you're like, nah, fuck that flow, but what about when they do this or they do that? It is happening for your highest good. Believe that, and everything that does happen, hello, Mariah, excuse me. Everything that does happen, it will turn into a positive instead of a negative. And I'm seeing the number 6 here. That's the sixth dimension, ready to break free, death and a rebirth, really restarting who you truly are. Like you're ready to enter a brand new reality. Like the old reality has served its purpose. All of the past lives, they've served their purpose. The people that you were in touch with and in tune with. And yes, along the way, you have been lied to. You have been manipulated, not only by people, but by spirit. They could be family. They could be friends. They could be random ass spirit that just wants to get involved with everything. Am I making sense to you guys right now? Or is this just, you're like, what is she talking about? Well, some of you will understand. You could, along the way, you have been manipulated, you have been lied to, you've even been judged, you've even been held back, honestly, through jealousy or through envy, which is such a dumb, low vibration. But again, I'm not judging. I'm just saying it's not for me. It's not the vibration I ever want to be in. I don't want to be jealous of people. I don't want to hate nobody, but there are people, there are spirit that's still in the spirit realm that could be connected to you through family. Because I got to say to you, I've had some dreams about some family members where I'm like, damn, you hate me. Like, why you hate me so much, bitch? What the fuck did I do to you, bitch? And I sat there like in front of them, like, yo, if you got something to say, I just had this dream and I'm going to share it with you because I didn't want to give it light, because I'm not even focusing on that negative shit no more. I don't hate you. I forgive you because, boy, there's something wrong. Look, man, I've made mistakes. I get it. And I have faced my own mistakes. I've faced those negative aspects of myself. I've looked into it. I've seen myself over and over performing acts that I was disgusted in myself in, and I accepted myself. There is no more shame, no more guilt. No one can ever point to me and said, remember when you did this? And I'm going to be like, oh God. I'm going to be like, yeah, I remember. I don't know who that bitch was, but I got rid of her. You know what I'm saying? And I'm telling you right now, okay, good. And I'm telling you right now, I had this dream and it was family. And it's funny because some of them are from my mom's side, some of them are from my dad's side. It'll be like two different places. From my mom's side, I got this couple who I don't know what the fuck they want from me. They're just wilding out, always taking me into their dumb little world. Sorry, not sorry. I don't give a fuck no more. I've created boundaries. You're cut off, bitch. Like, you're cut the fuck off. What do you want from my life? Leave me alone. You know what I'm saying? And then there's, from my dad's side, on my father's side of the family, I don't know who these people are. Some of them I recognize, some of them I don't know who the fuck they are. And they're doing weird shit too, giving me faces and shit. I'm catching everybody's face. They're sitting in the living room. This is a dream, and it's not just a dream. I traveled and I watched these motherfuckers sit there and give me faces like I'm a bad person because of what? Because you hate me for what, bro? I don't even know you like that. What's your problem, bro? You need to take that hate and shit somewhere else. Don't roll your fucking eyes at me. Don't judge me. I don't care what you think about me. Honestly, I really don't care, because guess what? My whole life I've lived for everybody else. Oh, they're going to talk about me. I'm open, they're going to make fun. They're going to say I'm this, I'm that. You know what? Oh, well, too bad. You don't like it. Yo, listen, man, you know how much fucking work I had to do to get here? You don't have respect for that, just even a little bit. The fact that I even respect and congratulate my family, even my dad's side, all the time. I say, I love all of you. I don't hate any of you. And I do. And then they show up in my dream acting a fool. And I'm like, hold the fuck up. I've been sitting here honoring you. What? How dare you? The level of disrespect. I don't see nobody else, not even your own family honoring and respecting you and telling you that they love you and they forgive you. Are you kidding me right now? I don't even want to hear it at this point. Honestly, it's just at that point, it's like, how dare we do this, right? But then again, I know that I have made mistakes in my past lives. And so that I have been working on that. And I'm not ashamed, or I don't feel guilty about any of it. I have forgiven myself for every little thing I've done. And if I've harmed people along the way, I am sorry. And I've said it a million times. I'm not going to sit here and beg for your forgiveness. This is the way it goes. I've worked, I've healed myself, I've forgiven myself, and I've forgiven everybody else. I hold no resentments. Even if someone hates me, I'm going to look at them in the face and be like, you must have a reason to hate me. I mean, unless you're just a hater for no reason, which it's shocking to me that people can do that, but now it is. But God knows who I was in a past life. God knows, but I'm not that person anymore. That's the takeaway message from here that I want you to understand, that no matter what has happened in a past life, in a past situation with a relationship or family, that was not me, bro. That was a broken part of me. I was broken. I didn't even know who the fuck I was. How am I gonna know who you are, what you want, when I didn't even know who I was, bro? I don't know. Now, who I am today in this moment, you could either choose to accept me, or you could get out of my way and honestly love and light, but I could give two less fucks about what anybody thinks about me. And that's where you need to be at, because guess what? When you care what everybody thinks about you, even family, as much as I love each, what's funny? I look at each and every one of my family members, and I could have a reason, right? Let's say a reason, quote unquote, because there really is no reason to hate somebody, but there could be earth human reasons to hate someone. Oh, you shitted on my mom, or you didn't talk. I could, but I don't. I have nothing but love for all of you. You're still, no matter what, I'm a part of you. You're a part of me. Now, if you don't accept me in the same light, that's on you. You got to work on that, bro. And your situationships that you have with your woman, and you're taking me into these places, and you're getting mad at me when you don't realize that, because maybe you don't see what you didn't see. And maybe I'm speaking, I don't know, crazy right now, but I'm pretty sure somebody's going to resonate with this. What they don't see, they never saw what that one family member did, where they took me and the darkness that I got pulled into because I was hanging out with that person. But now that you see me ignoring everybody, because every time I give you a chance, you take me to a dark place, and you're mad. And this is where we need to, the boundaries are set in place. It's like this. These are my boundaries. You're going to respect my boundaries. I am not afraid of anybody. I'm just not. I'm not. I've worked through fear. Fear is an illusion anyway. Okay. I accept messages from the universal energy of love and light, and I send lots of love and light. And there was a spider right on my wall right there, and I don't want to kill it, but I'm gonna have to get rid of that, because I'm not gonna be able to sleep with that spider crawling on top of my shit. So there's just a lot of acceptance that was happening, but also needing to understand something that nobody is going to. No, hold on, let me see something real quick. Okay, that only recorded for 4 minutes. Why is that happening? I mean, I just deleted some stuff. So my story, oh, I see what's going on here. So anyway, so what I'm saying to you is, you need to set boundaries, and you need to stay on those boundaries. Here, let me tell you something, baby. For a long time, I really was so worried about what everybody thinks about me. Honestly. So, oh my God, I got 2,000 recently deleted videos. That's why. I mean, pictures and videos. Delete all. I'm gonna delete all. I'll be deleting shit. Like, I don't even care. New day, new dawn, new day. I don't need to be looking at things from fucking 17 months ago. Okay, I'm done with that. But you need to set your boundaries and create those boundaries and keep those boundaries alive. Let me tell you something. So, yo, listen, man, I don't know who this message is for, but I'm pretty sure I don't know who this message is for, but I'm pretty sure somebody needs to hear this shit. When is enough going to be enough? Like when you're truly, look, man, here's the thing. Let's not pretend anybody's perfect, because I don't fucking pretend I'm perfect. I don't even put the image of perfection out there. But what I do put out there is what I feel inside of my heart. I try every single day to work on me and to work on something that is unhealed and broken inside of me, which I'm not even finding that many more things right now. But if I feel something is broken or hurting inside of me, I try to work on that every single day. Bruh. Well, you motherfucker. So I'm so mad that that's not even. So hold on a second. So whoever needed to hear that, you may not be perfect, but if you're working on yourself every single day and you're trying to fix the little things about you, the things that you know need healing, you know they need to change, and you're working on that and you're doing the work. And then people come around you that aren't doing the work, or people come back from the past that didn't do the work, and they try to judge your progression and your journey and try to say to you, you're not all that. You're not all that. Ooh, you fucking motherfucker. I wanted to record that. Anyway, whatever. So hater. So if you're not getting the congratulatory, you don't need nobody to pat you on the back. Can I tell you guys something, a secret? I pat myself on the back every day. I'm very proud of you. I'm so 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 proud of you. I really could give two shitty fucks about who else thinks I'm doing a good job, because it's between me and God and my spirit guides. And when I say spirit guides, I'm not just talking about like, I don't know what everybody else is seeing spirit guides, like 2 or 3 people. What's my spirit guide's name? I have guides beyond guides. My guides are my people, the home I come from, because when they came in my dreams, it was a bunch of them dressed in white, looking like a bunch of angelic soldiers, talking about, we got you, Flo. They saw somebody fucking with me constantly, and they took that, and I asked for it to be cleared, and it was cleared. And let me tell you something, if you ever for a second of your life doubt that spirit, the universe, and everybody is working with you, you're wrong. Because everything I ask for that I need, that I truly need, mind you, there might be some shit I'll be asking for. They're like, Flo, you don't need that right now. Give us a second. We'll give it to you when you need it. They will stop something from coming in, not to be like, you ain't getting that, you don't deserve it. Oh, no. We want you to be ready for that gift. We want you to be ready for that opportunity. You're not always going to be ready for an opportunity. And if you don't get the opportunity at that moment, let me just say something. If I would have made the money I made about this, in a certain time, I would have probably went and spent it on drugs and acted like a fool. If I would have had a car at the time that I wanted a car desperately and I still wasn't ready, I probably would have used that car to go buy drugs. Listen, man, what my point is, they stop things that are not that you're not needing on your journey at that moment, because they don't want you to fuck up. So they're trying to help you, not hinder your progression. Sometimes when things don't work out, you're being slowed down for a reason. Today I had the most productive day. Yeah, I did sleep late, but that's because I went to bed late. I do sleep until 1 o'clock until you know what I'm saying? I do. I wake up early and I go back to sleep. That's what I do. It's just because I've been trying to work on my sleep schedule, really have. But also when I'm fasting and not eating a lot, I have excessive energy. Like you could see I'm on 10 right now, but it's in a good way. So when you're not ready for something, like, don't be mad when you don't get it, because right when you are ready for it, all of a sudden shit just starts to work out. Like right now, I just feel like everything's about to work out for me every day, all the time. There's no more questioning, what is this? What is that? Who is this? Why is this? Who are they? Who are they? What is this? Why are you? Who are they? What is this? It's just, you know why? I'm going to tell you why. And I'm going to tell you the biggest reason why. When you set the standards for yourself, and look at that, I'm seeing 1551. When you set the standards for yourself and you make it a fucking point and you are clear about what you want out of life, the universe will provide. And what I'm clear about is that I'm not going to deal with drama that it doesn't belong to me. I'm not going to heal other people's karma. I can't save you, but I can help you save yourself. Not as in I'm going to help you save yourself, as in as through me saving myself, I'm slowly and unawarely sometimes unaware of it, and I'm helping someone else save themselves. You can't fix nobody. Have you ever tried to fix somebody? I mean, you could help them try to fix themselves, but at the end of the day, until that person is ready to help themselves, they're not going to take initiative. They're not going to take action. And you could do whatever you want. You could lay down and take your jacket off and jump over the rain puddle, and they'll still walk over your body and step in the water. You know what I'm saying to you? Flip the camera around and they'll help. So it's like, you have to understand, this is the message that I know if you're in here tonight with me right now watching, your guides must have really said she needs to hear this right now. Like she needs, or she or he or whoever is in here, or whatever fucking pronoun you go after. You know what I'm saying? Again, for me, pronouns and all, that's just more separation. I identify as this. Why don't you just identify as a person? How about? But everybody's, well, bent out of shape about. The more we create these pronouns and I'm this and I'm that, you're saying you're that one thing and you're not everything. So everybody who's still doing that, they're going backwards in time. Okay. The I'm a he, I'm a she. I'm not a he, I'm not a she. You know why I know I'm not a man or a woman? You know why I know that? Because when I look at my birth chart, first of all, number one, I have so much masculine in my chart and feminine too. And I'm going to tell you another thing. I could flip from woman to man real quickly. I could be a man in 1 second, a woman in another. I could have the traits of a man, the traits of a woman. I could be as peaceful and calm and gentle as a woman, but I could also be as stern and steady, as aggressive as a man, which most men are. So let's keep it real. Masculine energy. I'm talking about masculine energy. We're not talking about feminine men. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm talking about. Don't act stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have to understand something. We have a thing here that's happening on Earth. It's like so many people are awakening to the fact that they're source, they're one with source, they're this, they're that, but then they're taking it to like create this like whole like fake illusion, another fake. We're already in an illusion. I don't need look, man, here's the thing. If you're a person who channels, or you're empathic, or you're psychic, or whatever it is, one of the things that I don't rock with, and I don't care what anybody thinks, this is my opinion. Talk about what you're going through really in real life so people can understand and they can get the message, instead of always constantly posting how great your life is, how positive you are, how perfect you are, because you're not showing people the struggle through that. One of my biggest purposes was to show people my journey in the process, so you can understand, holy shit, she went through that. Look at her now. She went through that. Look at her now. It's like, I had to go through the ringer with you guys and keep pushing it out there, as opposed to other people who are constantly posting positive, and you never see their progression and their growth and what they're going through behind closed doors, which is okay, because a lot of people are private. They don't want people to know. But I'm not talking about privacy, because there's a lot of things about me you don't know. I keep the important things private, things that it's none of your fucking business. I'm not telling you. But most of the things, I'm very open and expressive. You know why? Because I want you to understand, in this journey, you're going to go through the ups, you're going to go through the downs. It's a process, baby. It's a process. It's a process of elimination, process of gathering, time to rest, the time to be upset, a time to be happy. It's the transition. But now, fire, go get it, like go get her energy. And I got to say, another thing is, I'm really feeling this, and for myself as well, we have to start writing things down right now, because I feel like a lot of people are going to be channeling things like what we can do next on Earth and how we could help. And look at that, I'm seeing 1 2 2 and then 5 5 right there. And for myself, like I'm gonna get myself. Well, I could actually carry this book around with me from now on. It's small and it's workable, and I could write down like notes in here. There's a lot of places to write notes, and there's also what I like here. This is my little astrology book. It's a as above, so below, as within, so without. And it says the magic of I, and it's the astrology book for 2022, and it's just all about astrology. I just find it very interesting how quickly we went from all these months are gone in it already. I'm already up to the middle of the book. That's crazy. Like that's why people are like, oh my God, me too. Sometimes I gotta wait 5 months. Oh my God, 5 months flies by. It's like, shoo, it's like, woo, boy, flies by. But anyway, let me finish that message of the fuck that. Like, let me, you know what? Can I just say something? Like, I'm gonna say something, and I'm gonna say it like with a lot of love in my heart. Once again, I'm saying it with a lot of love in my heart, but also I'm gonna say this with being very stern and very to the point. Create those fucking boundaries right now. And I'm telling you right now, and I put it in place. It's placed. Like me speaking to you guys about what's going on is actually me creating the boundaries out loud, right? Because I don't usually say it out loud because like I feel like I'm talking to myself. I usually say it in my mind, but me saying it, I'm not going to be dealing with everybody's drama. And I'm not talking about people. I'm not talking about just people. You guys, I work on a spiritual level and I work with energy. So you have to understand when I'm speaking, it's not just talking to like human in a physical form. I'm talking to human in spirit form. I'm talking to entities, energies that don't resonate with for my highest good, literally for my highest good, or are not on a journey of self healing. Like I went to an NA meeting tonight. And when I was at the NA meeting, I was like, I know I came here for me because I like to like be inspired. And I also like to see people and it's social and it's something to do. I had an empty seat next to me, interestingly enough. And right next to me, someone else sat there. In the middle was an empty seat. And I envisioned that a spirit came with me to that NA meeting. And even in the spirit realm, that I'm helping them get clean through going to that meeting. It wasn't just about me. Like I'm here at this meeting right now, and I actually envisioned someone sitting next to me, and I kept looking at the sea, going, like as if someone was sitting next to me. Because even in the spirit realm, there are people who are still living in that. I gotta get high. No, you don't. We don't have to do that no more. That's it. That part of life, we had fun. We did what we did. It wasn't fun. It was so fun. But like I'm always thinking of other people, always thinking of healing someone else. And that's the part that gets me is like my intentions are always so good. I've even prayed for people's children that have done things to me. I hope this person's child is protected and nothing ever happens to them the way it did to me. I hope this child, and then it's just, to me, it's the level of respect, the loyalty, the fact that I've remained when I started tapping into spirituality and spiritual enlightenment and love and all that. And I'm not perfect. Again, I don't pretend to be perfect. I'm not going to pretend. And everybody needs to know that. I don't fake the funk. I know what I've done. I'm not ashamed of it. It is what it is. And it's time to move forward. This is the new me. And if nobody likes it, they can go fucking take a fucking walk, kick rocks, take a seat, take several seats, I don't know, fly to the moon and complain about it to the star people. Let them know that you don't like the fact that I'm transforming and I don't want to be that person that you want me to be. And let them know that I will no longer be paying attention to your silly little games. And hey, guess what? If that's the attitude it takes, then that's what we have to do. You have to set your standards, set your boundaries, because people will take advantage of you. Guess what? When you let them. How many times have you let people take advantage of you? You knew they were doing it, but you were like, that's all right. I'm going to let them do it anyway. Plenty of times. We've all done it. We're all guilty of it. But like, how much longer are you going to do that for? No, no. I have some respect because I respect myself so much. I respect myself so much because I love myself. And even if I complain about how I look sometimes and I need to lose weight, I complain about, I'm going to do something about it. And until I do, shut the fuck up, right? But still, I could complain. It's my life. If I want to complain, I'll complain. If I want to say this, I'll say that. So, it's just finding that balance within you. Definitely balance and work is coming in. So a lot of balance in work, too many times. Yeah, we've all done it, man. Look, man, we're all guilty of it, right? But now it's the time, it's like, this is some new wave shit, next level shit. I'm done with the little like baby games. Like I watch, if I even watch a reader or I listen to anybody, and there's one reader I really love going to her and watching, because some of the things she says channels are ridiculously on point. But lately, like I said, if I see that lately she's been negative the whole time, or talking about some shit that I don't give a fuck about, and if I see anybody talking negative in readings or anything I watch, I just move on, because it's not their fault they're channeling bullshit. It's not their fault they're surrounded by liars and manipulators. It's not their fault. And I have to just understand that I have to be smart about it. And this fucking spider is really testing my, hold on. I don't hate spiders. I love them. I'm not afraid of them, but I'm not over that. I'm about to get him out of here because he thinks he's about to hang out in my room all night while I'm fucking trying to sleep. Oh, you crazy. Now, boy, you better get up in that. Where you at? Hey, he's in there. He's in there. Okay, so I got a spider in here, okay? All right, you're gonna go outside in a second. Or down the toilet, because I heard that you can still survive going down the toilet. I don't play with that shit. But yeah, it's just that time. It's just that time. I caught it. He's in here, spider. Oh, he's down there. He's chilling. He's like, what the fuck? Where am I? I'm not afraid of them. I just don't want it to touch me. But here's the thing. Spiders are very sacred. So don't kill them because they're sacred. There's actually a story of Muhammad in the Quran where he was running from his enemies, and he went into a cave, and in the cave they had like doorways in all of them, and all of the caves were open. And one of them, he went into one and hid in one, and a spider magically came and just built a web that would have took years for spiders to create. And so when the enemies walked by, they saw all of these ones open. They saw that one covered in like spider webs. There's like no way he could be behind there, because that would take spiders years of work to do this. And so he ended up being saved, and he got protected. Also, they say about cats too, as well. One of the things that people say, oh, they worship cats. No, cats used to protect people from snakes, rats, all that. When they would have crops and the rats would destroy their crops in ancient Egyptian times, their grain was very important to them because they're making bread and feeding people. So these cats would have a bunch of cats around, because the cats would keep like the space clean. They would kill the rodents, the snakes, like from attacking them. Like Muhammad, was the story of Muhammad praying in the desert, and he's praying and it's peaceful and calm, and a snake comes out of nowhere and it's poisonous. Obviously desert snakes poison, Scorpios poison, and the cat came out of nowhere and attacked the snake and didn't kill Muhammad, So yeah, those are the stories. Anyway, I hope you guys got a great message out of this. We got some astrology in the beginning, some messages at the end. Awesome. I hope you guys like tonight. I hope you guys are doing well, and I will see you guys later. Okay. Good night, guys. Love you. Bye.